Welcome everybody, and I'm glad to see you here. Today I'm going to be starting a Let's Play for Minecraft. I've got the version 1.3.2, which is for me the most up to date. I did start with the bonus chest just because I think it makes things easier, and well, I'm kind of lazy. Let's see what we got. Wood, planks, sticks, an axe, which is useful, and some bread. Always got to keep a chest. Always keep a chest. Wood decay got us an already. Deserts. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a short break. My roommate decided he needed to come in and have a beer. Alright, so looks like we are on the edge of a jungle and a desert. I don't really have any goals for this LP. Make it a long one, make it a good one, make it consistent. Build beautiful looking stuff that's also functional. I do like that gradient there. Looks good. I don't know. I lived on plains. I've lived in hills. I've lived in mountains. I've lived underground in caves. I've never lived in a tree. So I think today we will start and we will live in a tree. I mean, wood's so very prevalent right now. It should be quite easy to build vast wooden structures. I also saw a trick, apparently, in order to build the really large jungle trees like this one here. I'll show you guys that later if I remember. I'm sure, excuse me, hiccup. I'm sure I'll be doing it later, so I'm sure you'll see. I may just not remember to point out specifically that that's what I'm doing. Also, the trick might be an old trick and it may not work still. But we're sure going to try, guys. Also, to begin with, I think that right there, that is going to be our saving grace. Cocoa beans and wheat, which is very easy to get here in the jungle because the jungle has plenty of tall grass. See, tall grass, got my wheat. That'll get moving soon. Finding water here in the jungle might be a little bit difficult. I may need to create myself a desert oasis for my farming until I can find myself, until I can find myself a bucket, that is. Of course, I don't know. I think I might like to do a no digging, but then again, no digging seems like it would be very, very difficult. Seeing as how this is Minecraft, it's all about the mining. It's dig, dig, dig. And if you're not digging, then you're losing a big aspect of the game. That's what I'm looking for. Apples. And I'm getting some very strange lag here. I'm going to stop a few things and see what's running in the background and come back. Alright, we've got that loaded up. Everything's stripped down, so I'm not running any extraneous stuff in the background. I looked over my recording. I've got about 5 minutes, maybe 10 that I can use. I know that new users for YouTube don't get the full big download option. They only get little 15-minute videos. So I'll be trying to keep these at 10 to 15 minutes. I think initially keeping them all at about 10 minutes will help me to keep the content consistent. It's the same amount of work for each of them, and it'll allow me to put them out more regularly than if I were to do large ones. Also, I think maybe doing large ones will mean that I'm spending more time recording and cutting and editing, because this current video is actually being 3 separate sections and things have just gotten in the way, so I've stopped and started and stopped and started. And I really don't like doing that, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do stuff you don't want to do. I like these ground shrubs that they put in. I don't really like the shape of them so much. They're really great for getting apples. I know that before, these logs here were actually your standard wood. I forget what that one is. I want to say it's oak maybe, but I'm probably wrong. I like that now they're actually jungle trees. Right now all I'm doing is I'm clearing this a little bit so that I can see where it is that I'm growing my cocoa beans. I'd sure hate to put in effort for nothing. So we've got cocoa beans going. We have some seeds. Why don't we... Uh-oh. We don't have any dirt. Okay, so I guess we'll need to go ahead and make us a crafting bench. Get the crafting bench down. Good, we didn't already have a crafting bench. I was worried because we had sticks. We have no stone currently, but I don't really need the stone at the moment. I do, however, need shovel. So, oh, that was a lightning bug. Okay. Clear some tree, gather some dirt. I want to gather dirt from the edge, and when I do things like strip out resources, I really don't like to leave straight edges. I like to rough them up so that they match the naturally generated texture of the world. You don't end up with... Where is it? There we go. You don't end up with square lines. In the past, I've done, because I am kind of OCD when it comes to things, I think it kind of detracts from the look of the world, though. Like, oh, I'm going to dig up dirt. This is perfect, because if I dig this dirt here, it's already irregularly shaped. But if I were to go over here and dig dirt and strip it back, then I end up with a square line where I've cut dirt out to get what I want. And I think I'm going to stop doing that completely. The only time I still do that in my single player world that's just for me is when I'm cutting a hallway or I need to strip mine something, because you don't want to strip mine in a funny angle. That was awkward. Oh man, it's getting to be night. Now it's going to be dangerous. I do not have a bed. I do not see any sheep. I had to remember the proper word for them. I've been watching Vex and Zombie Cleo play, so I had a horrible need to call them Milbies. If you don't know Zombie Cleo, or Vex. Vex does some wonderful maps on the Minecraft forum, and Zombie Cleo hangs with him and plays a lot of his maps by herself. I do think that at this point we're going to call this episode, just because passing the night is going to be quite boring, and I don't think you guys should have to watch me hide in a hole. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and please come back and see my next video.